Aloha and welcome to Pranayama Breathwork. For today's practice, grab anything that makes you feel comfortable sitting down, right, for 30 minutes. Or sitting up for 30 minutes. A block would be great, or a stack of pillows, cushions, just anything that you can elevate your pelvis on. Harlan, you can go ahead and bring a block and maybe a blanket on top of it. So that is a nice setup if you have all of these things, right? You can put a block and then you can lay a blanket on top of it. And then you can bring yourself onto your hands and your knees, squeeze the block, and then sit on top of your structure. So take the next few moments to find your seat. I'm going to face you. Very nice. And then make it nice and formal so that your sitting bones are anchored behind you. Your pubic bone is anchored in front of you. And then you're sitting right on top of the center of the pelvis, which is around the perineum. The crown of your head is right above it. And then you can take a moment here to start to feel your tailbone right in the back of your pelvis and your pubic bone right in the front of your pelvis. And then start to imagine yourself making these 2 points a little bit away from one another. So the pubic bone going forwards, the tailbone moving backward. So you have so much more space front and back. If you're on a clock, this is 12 o'clock in front and 6 o'clock behind. And now you can take your hands and grab your heels with your hands, or maybe place your hands on your thighs. Or if you like it, you can put your hands on your knees. And then start to bring your weight forward towards your pubic bone. So bring your lungs with you. And then exhale, you round and you sit on top of your tailbone. Every inhale, bring yourself forward. So you're pressing your pubic bone down. You're bringing your lungs through. And every exhale, you round and you go in. You're putting your weight onto your tailbone. Every inhale, bring yourself forward. And every exhale, take yourself back. You can start really slow here to start to undulate your spine forward and back. And then whenever you find like you got this movement, it is very simple. It is a line, right? From the pubic bone to the tailbone, right? It's forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Every inhale, you bring yourself forward. And every exhale, you take yourself back. Nice. And really take all of your mind from up here and put it down here. So let your mind go down towards your pelvis and let it occupy all of that space and start to move from the pelvis. So the whole game here is happening in your first floor, in your basement, in your root system. And you're playing this game between your pubic bone in front and your tailbone in the back. Start to connect your hearing to your breathing so that you have a little bit of sound. And there's a little bit of friction that is happening underneath you. You can start to take yourself out of your comfort zone and start to make it loud, start to make it more rhythmical, start to make it a little bit more dramatic here, as if you're really starting to strike a match underneath you. This is really the first fire in your body, the most important one, the one that will dictate the health of everything else, that will dictate the functioning of all of the organs. So really put this little fire underneath your bum here and start to move forward and back, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. From your pubic bone in front of you, like your potential, like sniffing the future, to your tailbone behind you, like your memories reflecting on the past. Continue moving in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Beautiful. So nice. Give yourself 10 more of these. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back towards the middle. Take a moment here to let your breath come back to a completely normal, undisturbed pattern. You can imagine 12 o'clock in front of you, like your pubis, like the potential where you're moving towards. And 6 o'clock is behind you, like your past, your memories, where you're coming from. And now you can add another line, which is east and west. So take your awareness to your right hip and your left hip. You can put 3 o'clock on your right hip and 9 o'clock on your left hip. Can you, with your imagination, make these 2 points away from one another a little bit more so that you have more space between your left side and your right side, between your east and your west? And then switch where your hands are, but keep them on your lower body. You can put them on your thighs if they were on your heels. You can put them on your knees if you'd like as well, so that you're sticking your butt out a little bit more. And now start to stir the pot clockwise, moving towards 3 o'clock, towards 6 o'clock, towards 9, and towards 12. Start moving in a big circle here, trying to hit all of these numbers and all of the numbers that are in between. So there's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Continue moving this game of time here, moving with the passage of time, moving with the spin of the planets, moving with the regular flow where life goes. It always goes from left to right. So put yourself in that flow and move with the currents. Let this start to heat up a little bit, to warm up a little bit your kidneys, your adrenals. You can imagine your body as a vehicle that takes you places. And now you're really making sure that you have air in your tires. So inhale half of the circle and exhale the other half of the circle. Beautiful. Making sure that your kidneys are having this beautiful breath so that you're not only breathing into your lungs, but you're breathing down towards your kidneys. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back towards the center and inhale, exhale, just like you did before. In, out, in, out, in, out. Striking that match underneath you, bringing a little bit of that fire. If your hands are on your thighs, let them move up and down. Don't move them up and down. Let them move up and down. Let the strength of the pelvis, let this big curve that you're creating, all of that movement, let it take your hands up and down. Let it create that friction, that heat underneath your palm, as if you're discovering fire for the first time, like those very first men and women who were on the planet, right? This big abracadabra, this big aha moment when the fire was discovered. So put yourself in those shoes and start to find this match underneath you, this spark underneath you. In, out, in, out, in, out. Whenever you feel like you have the key in the ignition here, the engine is going, you're well heated, you can bring yourself back to the game of the circles, and this time move counterclockwise. Start to move your hips from 12 to 9 to 6 to 3. So now you're moving in the opposite direction. You can keep a connection between your hands and your lower body. Maybe take them back towards your heels. Keep playing here with the way you handle things so that you can start to give yourself all of these experience and not be blindsided or too attached to one way of doing things. Because whenever we do it another way because of any circumstance, we break, we get into depression. Sometimes we break our bodies, right? Because we always do it a certain way. So give yourself other ways of handling yourself and now start to move counterclockwise against the grain of the planet, against the grain of the world, against what people say, what society does, what they taught you in school, at church, in the synagogue, in the mosque, right? All of these stuff. Go against them just for a second. Doesn't mean that you don't respect them or that you don't believe in them. It's just like go to the beat of your own drum. What if there was none of all of these stories, none of all of these lessons, none of all of these teachings? And it's really all about you and your intuition and your synthesis of what life is. This is really moving towards the left side. And then bring yourself to the middle one last time. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Put that fire underneath you, making sure that your engine is still going, even though we were just moving very suavely, very organically, right and left and right. Now you're moving forward and back. You're putting a little bit of fire underneath you. And now you can start to watch this fire rise and rise and rise until it lands in the center of your chest. This is the fire of your compassion. Be loud, be proud, and be loving at the same time. We're almost there. Give yourself last 30 more, allowing this fire to rise and rise, purifying your throat, your speech, your articulation. Let this fire rise right in between your eyes, right in the center of your eyebrows, until it lands in the fire pit of your imagination. Put yourself in your third eye for the last 5. And then bring yourself to the middle. Exhale all your air out. Make contact with the floor or your body. Inhale, lift both arms up towards the sky. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hook your thumbs over your head. Pull your thumbs apart. Take 3 sips of air through the mouth. Fill your upper lungs. Whenever you're completely full, squeeze your perineum and then drop your chin down towards your chest. Maybe inhale a tiny little more to top it all off. Put yourself under pressure. You can do it. Squeeze the perineum. Imagine the energy lifting up towards your third eye. Gentle focus on the third eye. Maybe swallow. Whenever you're ready, imagine yourself shooting the breath through the crown of your head. Exhale, hands down, palms up, eyes closed. Every time you inhale, you can image fire rising behind your back. Every time you exhale, you can image water descending in front of you. Every inhale, see your efforts, your memories like tiny little balls of fire rising up your spine. And every time you exhale, release everything and watch these tiny drops of water going down in front of you, like your potential, your dreams, the seeds of your intention. Very nice. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can interlace your fingers to the webbing, creating a third hand here. And then you can bring this third hand and put it right in front of the center of your chest so that your sternum, your thymus gland is really making contact with the third hand. The palms are pressing on your chest and the elbows are open towards the sides here. Take a moment to make your form formal. So maybe lift your butt, stick it back so that you're really plugged down completely underneath you. You have all of this fire inside of you. You can start to feel the heart beating on your palms. You can start to feel the mirroring between your thymus gland, your sternum, your heart center, and your third hand, which is an outside manifestation of this part of you, this core part of you where your soul resides, where your immunity resides as well, where your compassion resides as well. Feel that transfer of energy between these two places, which are really the same. One is internal, implicit. One is external, explicit with the fingers. And then open your eyes, take your hands, do the same thing, but behind your back this time. So this time the palms are facing out behind you and your fingers are on your back, right? So the shell of your hand is on the shell of your back and your palms are looking at the wall behind you or the window behind you or whatever is behind you. And then lift your hands up, 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 up your back so that your hands are still right behind your sternum this time. Let your elbows move out and down. Let your shoulders move back and down. And let your lungs come forward. Take your mind inside of your thumbs and let your thumbs be straight up right in between your shoulder blades. So they are parked there. And then start to flap your wings, bringing your elbows forward and back. And put the breath of the Bastrika into it, which is an inhale and an exhale, equal parts, in, out, in, out. Start to make it loud. And start to make it rhythmical with the movement. Reconnect yourself with your vehicle, this beautiful vessel that your body is. You're really starting to prime it so that you can take it for a drive. Now you can think of yourself as if you are pumping your gas inside of your tank, right? Putting fuel inside of you. In, out, in, out. The fuel being your breath, the fuel being the prana, the ores, the minerals of the universe, all of that space dust that nourishes us, that allows us to stay alive for a long time, even if we stop eating food. So fill yourself with prana, fill yourself with life. Let this movement become a little bit more engaged, a little bit more adamant, a little bit more mechanical, a little bit more fierce. So fill yourself up here for the last 20. Notice if your elbows are coming forward more, and see if you can flap them back a little bit more so that you're giving your shoulders another experience here. Instead of flapping forward, maybe flapping them back. So good. And then start to slow it down. Bring yourself to the middle. So nice. Separate your hands. Take them down on your thighs, palms facing down. Every time you inhale, you can imagine spring rising in front of you, the season of spring. Every time you exhale, you can imagine autumn falling behind you, the season of fall. Every inhale, you can see the blossoms rising. Every exhale, you can see the leaves falling behind you. See if you can start to slow down your breath a little bit so that you have 4 aspects in your breath. You have an inhale, you have a slight pause at the top, then you have an exhale behind your back, and then you have a slight pause at the bottom. The inhale will become your spring rising in front of you, like your potential. When you're full, you can image summer ripening at the crown of your head. And then you exhale, you let it go, you watch fall, falling behind you down towards the earth. And then you can stay empty underneath your pelvis for the cave of winter. And then you do it again. Every inhale, spring rises, the blossoms, the sprouting. And then you keep your breath in, the pregnant pause at the top, the fruits ripening. And then you exhale, you let it go, and you watch everything fall behind your back, just like your memories being reflective. And then when you're empty, you stay empty for the insight of the emptiness of winter. And then you do it again. Inhale, spring rises. Hold for summer ripens. Exhale for fall falling behind the memories. And then stay empty for winter. Very nice. Let your breath come back to normal. Open your eyes. Take your hands, palm facing palm, so like this, but fingers facing in the opposite direction, right? So the right fingers towards the left, left fingers towards the right, and then hold your fingers together. So make a nice clasp here and look at your thumbs. You don't want them up and down, you want to close them so that everything is very tight, so that the thumbs are really resting. You have this nice structure here, so nice. This time, put this right in front of your throat. So this structure is right in front of your thyroid here, and your elbows are open towards the sides. Very nice, beautiful. Harlan, this looks so nice. Put yourself right in the middle here. You can relax your shoulders. Very good. And now inhale, twist towards your left. Exhale, twist towards your right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Continue on your own here, making sure that the throat and the hands are completely on the same axis all of the time, so that you can start to really feel all of that twist happening from the center of, from the bottom of your torso, right? From right behind your navel, you are twisting. But you're really making sure that this is right in front of your thyroid so that your vision can really open up a little bit so that you can see how much of the room you're seeing here. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Start to feel the air coming in and out so that you are feeling the air caressing your your forearms, right? You are really hearing, not only hearing, you are feeling the air going from your nostrils out towards your hands, out towards your fists, so that you're really playing with your temperature here. You can start to feel like you are trying to make your vehicle really nice and comfy so that it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Really feel that exhale on your body, on your skin. And then start to slow it down and down and down. Beautiful. Bring yourself to the center. Take your hands down to the floor. Touch the floor or your body. And then inhale. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hook your thumbs over your head. Take 3 sips of air through the mouth. Squeeze the perineum. Fill your upper lungs completely. When you're full, drop your chin towards your chest. Squeeze the perineum. Squeeze the belly. Squeeze the chin towards the chest. Take a last little sniff. Pull your thumbs apart. Separate the other 8 fingers up towards the sky. Put yourself under pressure. Maybe swallow. Whenever you're ripe and whenever you're full, imagine the breath leaving you through the crown of your head. Exhale, hands down, palms up, eyes closed. This time, every time you inhale, you can image fire rising in front of you, like your will, the willpower, the tenacity. And every exhale, you can image water descending behind you, like the grace of being reflective upon your memories. Every inhale, you can image fire rising right in front of you, seeing the fierceness, the willpower that will take you forward towards your potential. And every exhale, you can image water descending behind you, like the softness of being able to look at the past, every bit of the past, without any resentment, without any bitterness, without any regret. Very nice. Open your eyes, take your hands, interlace them to the webbing, and bring them behind your head this time. Put your head right in the center of your palms so that your head is a big, beautiful ball, and your palms are creating a big mitt. And you're fitting yourself completely here. So nice. You're really catching that ball with your hands. You're making sure that everything is nice and tight. The feet are plugged down completely. The knees are plugged down completely. If you have a sandbag, this is a great moment to put the sandbag on top of your thighs here to really anchor yourself down. And then bring your elbows a little bit closer together. This time, inhale, twist towards your right. Exhale, twist towards your left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. In, out, in, out, in, out. You can keep your eyes a little bit open so that you can see how much of the room you're seeing here, really allowing you to move from east to west, allowing you to have a nice vision towards the sides so that your side view mirrors are nice and clear here so that you can see what's coming behind you, so that you can really allow yourself to stay in your center, not having to move yourself completely to look at the past, but you can be reflective here and really allowing the mirrors to be clean. So allow that movement and that sound, which is a kriya, which literally means a cleansing action, to be like a Windex for your windows, for your mirrors, for your side view mirrors here. So good. Continue moving a little bit faster if you can. Plugging yourself down so much so that you can really move from your second floor and your third floor. Give yourself 10 more of these. And then start to slow it down and down and down. Beautiful. Bring yourself to the middle. Exhale, hands down. When you're empty, inhale, take both arms up towards the sky. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hook your thumbs over your head, pull them apart. Take 3 sips of air through the mouth. 3 more sips. Keep it all in. Make sure that you're completely full. Maybe take a little bit more through the nose. When you're very, very full, drop your chin towards your chest. Close your vessel. Close all of this. This containers, this pranic vessel is full. So close your perineum. Don't let anything leave you from the bottom. Don't let anything leave you from the top. If you need more, you can inhale more. You can talk to yourself here under pressure. What's the narrative? You can swallow. When you're ready, through the crown of your head, exhale, let it out. Hands down, palms up, eyes closed. Every time you inhale, you can imagine yourself inhaling from the center of your pelvis up towards the crown. Every time you exhale, you can image the exhale like a fountain expanding from the crown of your head in all directions, creating a sphere all around you and going back down to find your perineum. Every inhale, you suck it up from the perineum up towards the crown. And then when you're full, you exhale, you let it all out. You create the circle of prana, of life force all around you, surrounding you, protecting you, until you can suck it up again from the bottom up towards the top. And then you exhale, you release it, you allow it to expand all around you like fireworks, like a beautiful fountain of youth, like a beautiful sphere, your sphere of influence all around. Very nice. Now you can open your eyes. You can take your hand, take the peace fingers, and put the peace fingers up on your third eye here so that you have something nice to press with your fingers. And then let your thumb and your ring finger manipulate your nostrils. So you really want your right elbow or whichever elbow you're using, whichever hand you're using, to go out towards the side so that the lung is available here. And then take a normal inhale and a normal exhale through both nostrils. Relax the other hand down. And then close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Imagine yourself filling the left lung and the left kidney, so the opposite one. And then exhale through the left. Imagine yourself emptying the left lung and the left kidney. The left is open, so you inhale through the left, cross-reference it down to the right lung, right kidney, fill them up. And then you exhale through the right, you empty the lung, you empty the kidney on the same sides. You inhale through the right, you fill the left lung, you fill the left kidney. And then you exhale through the left, you empty the left lung, and you empty the left kidney. Continue on your own here. Just a few more rounds. Notice if your face is clenching and relax it. Notice if your face is turning to one side and bring it back towards the middle. Keep drawing these lines, these diagonals inside of you from the nostril to the opposite lung and opposite kidney. Imagine your lung and your kidney having a front, a back, a sides. So fill your lungs 360 degrees and your kidneys as well. So you're sending your breath to the back of your body as well, to the sides and to the midline. You're letting the spheres of your lungs and your kidneys expand and contract with every inhale and every exhale. Very nice. The next time you exhale through the left, empty the left lung, empty the left kidney, and then take your hand down on your lap. Breathe normally with both nostrils. Notice if one of them is more open, more available than the other. Notice the volume in your lungs and around your pelvis, around the kidneys and your lower back. Every time you inhale, this time you can imagine yourself inhaling from the center of your chest up towards the extremities of your body, your fingertips, your toes, the crown of your head. And every time you exhale, you can let it go and watch your breath go back towards the center of the chest. Every inhale, you can feel yourself expand. And every exhale, you can allow yourself to concentrate, to go back towards the middle. And now for the last few rounds, see if you want to make your inhale more expansive. So maybe going out of your skin, creating a sphere around you, and exhaling, always taking you back towards the center of the chest. Every inhale, see how much you want to make this inhale big, voluminous, expansive. And every exhale, take the journey back home, the journey back to the self right in the middle. Every inhale, you can see yourself going out towards your circumstances, your life, your obligations, your passions. And every exhale, you can see yourself going back towards your middle to rest, digest, reflect, hibernate, dream, hallucinate if you want. Anything that is really you right in the middle. And then you inhale, you go out. And exhale, you know exactly where to go. You can bring your palms together in the center of your chest. Honoring the beautiful vessel, beautiful vehicle of your body. Honoring the miracle of the breath. And really being thankful for having the opportunity to play with your breath so that you are playing with your life. You are playing with your organs. And you are reorganizing, rewiring so many systems inside of you, so many links, so many highways, avenues in your consciousness. All of that by playing with the breath. Then, when you're ready, you can bring your thumbs to your lips. Maybe give yourself a little kiss. And you can bring your thumbs to your forehead and bow your head down towards your center. Namaste.